Hey, everybody, welcome back to Spearfactor. I have two guests today, and I'm very pleased to have them on the show. Um, they're they're basically two gentlemen that I'm speaking with for the first time, even though we've texted uh, quite often. But really excited to have two Mexican divers here to represent the land that we talk so much about on this show. We talk about Baja a lot, and here we have two guys that are veterans and experienced divers in Baja. So it's great to be able to have them here to represent on behalf of the Mexican spearfishermen. So, welcome to the show, Neal and Adrian. Thanks for being here.
Hey, hello. Thanks for inviting us. My name is Adrian. I'm from Ensenada. We have a dive shop here, and we do a big tournament. So it's not a big tournament, but it's a project. So we do tournaments for spearfishing, and yeah, we do it here on Baja, and it's really nice. And thank you for inviting us. I repeat, and thanks so much for ¿cómo se dice? Confianza for trust and to give us the space to for para platicar.
Just to talk
You're
about
just
it.
talking and yeah, thanks so much. And pues, we are here, Nail, my friend, and me.
It's funny. Hello, everybody. I'm Neil Montesano. Actually, a lot of people calls me Neyl in Mexico. I was born uh, when Neil Armstrong arrived to the moon. My dad didn't know how to spell his name, but it was the way it was spelled, Neyl. So in my town, everybody calls me Neil. Um, my family just shut it out for Ney, so they took off the L. And here in the United States, I was told that no, that's not the right way to do it. Your name is Neil, so that's the way I go for three different ways to pronounce it. It doesn't matter to me. Neil, Ney, Neil, it's the same way. Thanks for the invitation. We've been talking, we've been texting, probably what, a few months ago. First time we kind of like got introduced. We took a dinghy to Ensenada to be service. One of our great guys, friend of the actual team, Sergio. He's we call Sergio TNT Arpones. The brand. I mean, he builds handmade spear guns, and his brand is TNT. Awesome guy. I have one. I mean, he made me one with my dad's restaurant logo. It's called El Copo. Awesome spear gun. I mean, it's proof. The guy knows how to build it. Pretty young guy, a lot of talent, and I'm glad that I can help Adrian and his team in Ensenada. I've been diving with Adrian for not that much, probably less than a year. Adrian is a great instructor, scuba diver instructor. He set up a class for my daughter's co-worker. So they came in here. He came in. He set it up, and it was perfect. So I'm pretty happy to help Adrian to promote the spearfishing community in Ensenada. It's growing. I actually met the spearfishing uh, team 3 years ago when they host the first tournament. I can't tell you how many spear fishermen, but they were just a bunch of friends and a friend of a friend who invited a friend. And they started 3 years ago with a really small group of spear fishermen, but it's growing, and I wanted to help the Adrian and the spear fisherman community down there in Baja.
Well, I just want to say it was an absolute pleasure to be able to have you guys on the show and help you guys in any way possible because everyone knows that listens to my podcast that I have like a love affair with Mexico, that I have a love affair with Mexico. And like my wife, my family, we go down there all the time. And with everything that we get from Mexico, it's a perfect opportunity to be able to give something back to the local divers and the local community in Ensenada. I mean, I'd always go down there surfing and then, diving. And yeah, it's just a super cool. I see on Instagram what you guys are doing. And it's like a little family. It's a bunch of buddies, all about the same age. Like everybody's, and you could just tell you guys are just loving it. Yeah, shooting your gigantic black sea bass and, you know, yellowtail and sheep's head and all that stuff. It's cool to watch younger guys grow and get into it, like the community up here is, but now you're seeing it in Mexico, and it's really special. So I wanted to try to support Adrian in the contest, and also just the community is any way I can. So thanks for being on the show, you guys. And let me just start out with, I had mentioned the contest, and I know Neal had mentioned the contest, or should I say Nay had mentioned the contest. So um, usually I start off with, just a little bit of everybody's background, and we're going to get into that. But right now, I just kind of want to jump right into what's up with the contest in Ensenada. Is it around, like, I used to surf Todos Santos a lot, and I remember the water's so clear out there, and I imagine you guys must hit up all those little spots, Punta Banya, like, you know, all those little special spots to me that we think of as secret spots in some places, or we're just quiet about, but you guys are living
Yeah.
it there. It's your spot. So share as much as you want to share, or just tell us about the contest.
Okay. Yeah, but in Ensenada we got different spots for spearfishing, for scuba diving. Some ones can be deeper, the other ones can be shallow. Depends about what you're looking for. We got spots for white sea bass, for calico bass, for sheephead. Um, but the normal link cut is another spots. Normally the link cut is deeper. It's 20 meters, 22 meters, right? But yeah, you can find link cut in some spots here in Ensenada. Normally the best spots are close to the shore. Here in Ensenada we have Punta Banda. In Punta Banda, we have a lot of spots. It's Campo Siete is a good spot. Arbolitos Uno or Arbolitos One, or the trees, we call it the trees, is another spot. Normally, all these spots are for fishermen's, for commercial fisheries, but these spots, if you got your fishing license and everything, you only pay a quote on the spots, and you can get your entry, and you can fish anything you want, if it's in the law, right? um, so yeah, we got Arbolitos Dos. We got La Bufadora. It's a really good spot for Hollywood because it got a lot of sand. So for white sea bass, the best spot is we call it, is close to Todos Santos Island. It's in Todos Santos, but it's the north area, and it's a big kelp party there. So a kelp forest. There is a really good spot for white sea bass. It's like 3 days ago, it was a fishing tournament in kayak, and somebody catch a big white sea bass for a kayak. It was great. So for spear fishing, is shallow area. It's 10 meters, 9 meters, and you can find a good hunting, good hunting there. So yeah, we got a lot of spots here in Ensenada. Sometimes can be dirty. The water is not the best visibility. It's like California is same. We are in the same ocean, right? It's cold, so we need to use 5 millimeters wetsuit. But yeah, it's Ensenada is a good spot, and in La Baja it's a good spot. We got San Quintin, Colonet. The other spot is ¿cómo se llama? Heréndida is Heréndida. We have in the north area, El Rosario, San Martin Island is a good spot for yellowtails. And yeah, yes, we are we try to grow the new generation of people, like the youngest people. Um, we try to to grow the youngest people, to try to invite the the youngest people to the community, to enjoy the Ensenada and enjoy the spearfishing, the sport, the ocean. And it's to generate ¿cómo dice? Conciencia, generar conciencia del ambiente. It's like,
All right, let me see if I can help. Sometimes
yeah, because
when I hear right, when I hear Spanish, then my brain switches to Spanish, and I definitely lose the
the
translation.
translation.
Uh, yeah, I know. Basically, as you can see, Adrian, it's a young young man and old soul. Adrian and I, we try to help the the young generations and bring them on board. It's not about the money. Sometimes the guys down there in Mexico, they got to work 6 7 days a week. They normally work Monday through Saturday, but it's not enough money, so they can work over. They need to work overtime in order to survive. So it's hard for these young kids to stop supporting their family or even bringing food to their table. Um, in order to go, to do a weekend diving and something like that. So what we try to do is just help them to come in and say, hey, you know what? All you have to do is to bring your gear. We'll take care of the rest. The rest meaning all the drinks, all the foods. Somehow, we're blessed to have a good job and to have the opportunity to bring whatever it needs to have a good time and enjoy. Driving there, it's also hard. A lot of people don't have their own vehicles, so if we can just ask them to jump into the truck, then everybody's happy. So that's what we do. We try to bring the new generations on board and just invite them to join us on a weekend. We bring them to the water. We show them, the experience, how fun is to be able to catch your own meal. And there's a. I know you guys have a saying. If you want to feed someone for a day, give him food. If you want to feed him for the rest of your life, the rest of his life, teach him how to fish. And that's what we try to do basically.
Yeah, and then I think the other thing that the conservation piece, which is what I think maybe you're trying to say, is that you teach everybody so young to love and appreciate what we have, and then people care more about it, and they just want to be smart about it.
Absolutely.
Um,
And you know what? When you first started the conversation, there was something I want to mention. Yeah, you saw. I don't have. I'm not big on social media, so I really don't have other than my Facebook account, and I did it because my family is South Mexico. That was back in the days. It was a way to start showing videos and just at least show him my family, to meet because my mom wasn't able to come to the United States. My dad, was never going to leave my little town. So I opened my account, just to share some of the pictures with my brothers, so my brother can show to my mom and my dad. But these new social medias, I'm not into. I wish I could, and I will eventually. I will. Adrian is more active. But what was something I wanted to say? I know you saw a picture of our big, black sea bass.
yeah, yeah,
We're not really into the black sea bass. That was a maybe once in a lifetime. Believe me, I'm never going to shoot a black sea bass again in my life. It was there, so it happened. Okay, we, we're not gonna. turn around and regret it. We did it. It was awesome. Great pictures. Um, but we and one of the things that we try to promote is like, hey, if you're not gonna eat it, don't shoot it. You know, don't kill what you're not gonna eat. Um, uh, enough, bring enough food for you to eat. Do not waste it. Don't throw it away. Don't go out and shoot 20, 30 fishes, because that's probably not good after a week or two on your freezer. It's better if you come more often and take the fresh fish. um, uh, Adrian just had a trip to Guerrero Negro by Playa Esmeralda like this weekend. I mean, he was there
Yeah.
Saturday, and the actual fisherman, the owner, Samuel, and the captain who took them out, they text me, and one of the voicemails, well, the captain says, I don't know what's wrong with these guys. They got three garropas, and they were so happy they wanted to leave, and the captain said, but guys, I needed one for me. And the owner of the beach also said, hey, how about one for me too? So no, and Adrian was like, no, you know what, I only kill what I'm gonna eat, and that's it. I mean, we go there, we enjoy. I mean, Adrian, and after that Adrian went for a dive, no spear guns. I mean, just basically having fun. So that's what we try to do. Maybe you'll see some of the pictures on our profiles, but believe me, it's not about killing. It's not about going out there and every single fish that you see you shoot. It's selective. I mean, spearfishing is a selective. I remembered to my birthday. In my birthday, I went to Guerrero Negro, Playa Esmeralda, and the first day, we ended with three groupers, pretty nice grouper, 100 pounds grouper, 40 pounds, and 28 pounds. There were just three groupers. The next day, I said, no more groupers. Let's try to get a yellowtail, maybe a white sea bass, something different. Just calico bass, kelp bass, cabrilla. And like I said, same scenario. Samuel from Para Esmeralda. It's like, well, at least bring me one. I was like, okay, I'll get you something. But that's what we try to do, isn't it? It's not about going out there and then killing, the fish that you see. It's select, what do you want to eat today? And that's what I told my wife. I said, what do you want to eat? So that's what we do. We
Yeah.
go
No,
out there.
I'm glad that you clarified that because I know a lot of people gasp when I said black sea bass, and
Yes.
my kind of feeling on that too is um, when you're in Mexico, um, number one, like I, my buddy and I had an agreement. I've never shot a black sea bass, and he's like, so if we see one, do we shoot one? And I'm like, well, I've never shot one. He's like, I've never shot one. He's like, okay, well, let's get one.
That's good.
Shoot one, and we'll be good. Preferably a smaller one. I don't really want to deal with a 200 or 300 pound fish. But yeah, I love. Thank you for clarifying that, and I love what you said. I mean, that's literally it. You go to Mexico for 3 days, you come back with three good sized fish. That's typically what I do, and it makes it a lot easier to not have to clean and fillet all those fish either. you know,
Yeah.
um, than having to do all that. So, Adrian, what is the name of the contest that you guys do, and when is it? And can you give a little more details about how does someone sign up for it? Because you were interested in this, trying to get it out to outside the Ensenada community, outside the Mexico, the Baja community, and maybe get some California divers, which I know a lot of guys go down to Punta Bana and dive there. So that would be really cool to kind of grow the community. Could you give us some more details about it?
Okay, ¿más detalles de qué, perdón, Neil? ¿Qué me dijo? ¿Cómo que se llama?
Que hables más acerca del el torneo del
Okay.
spearfishing, que no
¿Y
nada
dónde
más
va a
sea
ser?
centralizado, dónde va a ser, ajá.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, the tournament is the number three. We do the last year we do the second one, and the first one was 2 years ago. So this is the number three tournament. This tournament will be on the spot area. We call it Campo Zeppelin. It's close to Punta Banda. Okay. And the price for the tournament is 650 pesos. But this price is not for it's not for earn money. It's for pay the area, because the area has water, restrooms. It's the area is really far from the city, so we need to carry water for the restrooms, for the showers and everything. So this is for pay that ones. Is for pay the ambulance, for pay the pangas, or the security pangas, the safety panga. mm, and for the food, the shear that we give in the tournament. So this tournament, it will be for kelp bass. Okay, it will be to catch three kelp bass. The weight for three um for three fish. And we have a jackpot too. So that's really good, because the jackpot can be for example, a newbie guy or a professional guy can catch it. So the jackpot is for a bacoco. Do you know what is bacoco? I don't know how it's in
No,
English. It's
no, I don't.
it's a fish. It's like we call it chopa. Do you know what la chopa? No,
Uh, a sheep's
Let me
head?
Google.
chopa.
No, it's not a sheephead. No,
No, no, no,
chopa.
chopa.
It's yeah. Let me do some Google here.
I will tell
Um,
you the name. I will tell you the name. Okay. So yeah, we have a jackpot. Okay. In the jackpot, all the participants put 100 pesos more, and we get a bucket for the bunch of money. If the 60 people want to book 100, to pay 100 pesos, if some of the participants catch this fish, the shopa, he earned the money. Okay. So that's funny, because if you don't get the first place, the second, or the third place, you can get the jackpot example. And we have another jackpot for if somebody catch a yellowtail or white sea bass or Hollywood with good size. In that jackpot, we give a gift. Maybe maybe can be a spirit gun. That depends. It's a surprise, but normally it's a spirit gun. So yeah, we give a spirit gun for that jackpot, for a different animal. And the sheephead is not included on this tournament. It's just can be yellowtail, lingcod, Hollywood, and the kelp bass is the principal catch. Okay, for the tournament. In this area, we can do by the spray guns. Yeah, the people can go by shore diving. But if they know they want to go by a panga, they can make a group with another divers there, and they can get the panga, um, or they can bring his own boat, because there is a boat. There is a ramp for the boats. Yeah, so they can bring his dinghies, or I don't know, his kayaks, or his boats. Okay.
Is
mm,
it individual or is it buddy teams?
no, this one is individual. It's individual. But we have rules on the spearfishing, and we need to all time stay with your partner. And normally the people comes with his partner. And a boy is necessary for signalize, um, yeah, the diver. And about the time, the catch starts 8 in the morning. Okay, and we come back 1 p.m. So we come back early, because if we give more if we give more time, the divers want to go again and try it and try to catch another one. And you know the it can be dangerous for to get a blackout or something, no. So that's why we get less time, right? And yeah,
So you
What
that I just
else?
want to be clear. So you're saying less time so that the divers don't dive extended amount of time and get tired and more
Yeah,
likely black out at the end of the day.
yeah. So that's why we get just that time. 8 a.m. and the ¿cómo se dice la balanza de peso? El peso?
The weight,
The yeah,
the weight station,
the weight
the weight
station
station.
close 1 p.m. So you need to come back after before 1 p.m. You need to come back before 1 p.m. and get to the weight and I don't know your bucket fish, what you have, and that's all. Okay. Hmm. Another thing is what is included on when you pay is the entry is included, the ramp is included, the food is included, T-shirt for uh, for the tournament is included, and we give you like a ticket with a number, and that's for the gift. We give gifts.
It's
Okay.
like a rifle
Yeah.
type. Yes. Mhm.
Um, have you done the contest before, Neil?
I was there the first. This is how I actually started getting involved with Ensenada. Um, a friend of mine told me about the. Sorry, Adrian, we were just talking about how I got involved with the tournament. The first year, I didn't know what to expect. I just heard a friend saying, "Hey, there's going to be a spearfishing tournament in Ensenada." He gave me the address and how to get there. So I went down there, started talking with a lot of people, and I saw the spear gun that was actually handed to the first place. It was for the first place newbie, if I'm not mistaken. That was beautiful. God, it got to be like $600, $700. Beautiful spear gun. And I told myself, I said, you know what? I gotta get one. I had, just at that point, I think I had a 50. That's all I do on the bay, the jetties. And last year I couldn't make it because I got my back hurt. I was in disability for a while, but I was I was with those guys present, always cheering for them and helping them. I don't like to do tournaments because I've been told myself that it's not about who has the best fish, it's about who has the best time. So why to go out there and try to prove myself with others that are 20 years old? I'm 54. I'm not doing any better. I'm not holding my breath as long as I like to and I used to. I go there. I don't do the tournament myself, but I go out there to support, to help people, to do whatever whatever they need. There's always a need of a truck, of a 4x4. If anything needs to be done, then I'm there. I'm always there for the guys. And this year, I'm planning to be around. Maybe if we get like 3, 4 friends, someone who's new on the Ensenada area, someone who wants to come and doesn't speak the Spanish well enough and wants to have someone as a guide, I can jump in the water. I can sign in for it. I have no problem doing that, and then bring a group of U.S. Born people here to go down there. So just to let them know that this area, Ensenada, is so close to the United States. I've been diving in the United States, here in California, a lot. I do in Catalina Island. I've done Monterey. God, there's so many places north. And here in La Jolla and Scripps and Sunset Cliff and all those areas. It's beautiful, beautiful. Um, but the Mexican culture, it's different. I mean, it's all about having fun, and it's not because I'm Mexican. I'm an U.S. Citizen. I became a U.S. citizen 3 years ago. I love this country. I mean, this country have given me a better life, better opportunity, the opportunity, to actually enjoy and have the freedom to go out and have the time, to do what you like. So no, it's. I'm not saying that Mexico is better. I'm not saying that fishing there or spearfishing there is better. It's different, and I would like to share those moments, with uh, my community, my U.S. Community. I consider myself a U.S. citizen too. So if anyone wants to come and see and get involved in a different culture, and the fish are different. They act different out there. I've been there, believe me. Here it's hard to get a calico bass to come to you, and after you shoot one or two, you're not looking for a calico bass or kelp bass or cabrilla, whatever we call down there. Down there, they're so curious. They come to you, and sometimes you just kind of go, get away, get away. I'm not looking for you. Here is different. Here's hard to catch. I go there, I bring fish to my family, and not only fish. I mean, scallops. God, there are so many scallops down there. Am I talking about huge scallops? Those rock scallops are all over the place. You don't see those that many here, man. So there's abalone too. I don't touch abalone, but down there you can see them. They're in areas where um, they're not extinct like here in California, the U.S.
Yeah, I think you mentioned you hit the nail on the head. I mean, the Mexican culture is as part of what that's what I fell in love with is the Mexican culture, and it's all about community, family, and having a good time. In a nutshell, like that's the best part about it. It's not about posting a picture with the biggest fish. It's just about you and your buddies and your friends and family, and you just have a great time. It's very similar to me. Like I think about it, it's very similar to like the island kind of the island culture, Polynesian culture, where it's very centered around the family, and everything's pretty laid back, and everything's about respect. So I do definitely embrace the Mexican culture, and you're right, the fish are different down there. They're they, I would say like in Baja, right? There's like 4 million people, 3 million of them live along the border. The rest of them, they're living in a there's 1 million people living on coastline that's twice the size of California, pretty much. When you consider both coasts, both sides, they just don't get a lot of pressure. So it is a delicate, beautiful landscape. And I think it's good that people are appreciating it. The more, the better, so that everybody can understand what a great thing we have and how we should be respectful and take care of it. So before you had to take off, Adrian, where can I sign up if I was interested in doing this tournament? And it's in October, on October 7th, correct?
Yeah, it's on October 7th. If the people want to join to the tournament right now, we don't have like a link or like a web page, but we have a Facebook, and in the Facebook we got a group, so you can send us a message by messenger by Facebook, okay, and you can join by Facebook talking with us. The Facebook is Baja Spearfishing Tournament. Okay, that's the name for the Facebook. So if some people are interested to come with us to the tournament, they can find us there. If they not trust a lot on the page, we can find you can find me. I'm Adrian. I have my dive shop on Ensenada, so you can go to my dive shop and you can sing there. You can talk with me, or on my Facebook, on my Instagram, Ensenada Dive. Um, or the Instagram for the tournament is Baja Spearfishing. That's the Instagram. So yeah, that's the way for sing. We got a lot of people on from California, and the last year was like 20, 23, 24 people for California, so it was pretty nice. And yeah, we want to invite more people for San Diego, for Los Angeles, because here in Mexico we got a lot of people. Even for the south, they come to the north just for the tournament, because they want to know more people, for to make friends, to make community, because you don't know what time you will need something for the for for another guy, um, because it's like 3 weeks ago I was on La Paz, and one of the participants the last year, he told me like, hey, yeah, I live here in La Paz, so if you want something, and he gave me a ride. We go for do a snorkel on La Ventana. It was pretty nice, close to the island, and and yeah, you don't know what time you will need friends, right? So
Yeah, we call it networking. We call it networking in the US, where it's like you just have this network of friends all over the place, and the more good people you can have, the better, because everybody just ends up hooking each other up. So if you ever need a place to stay, or help, or you need anything in San Diego, it's like I've got you covered there. I may not know somebody, but
the ducks, the
I
ducks.
may I yeah, I may know somebody, but um that could help you if you need help with something, or vice versa. Um, but yeah, that's the first thing I thought of, was like, wow, it'd be awesome to meet more Mexican divers,
Yeah,
to
friends, right?
learn more. Yeah, yeah, and learn more about the local place, and then share our little secrets that we all have with each other about certain techniques and certain things.
Yeah,
Um,
and look, that the other thing that we can do is, if some people want to join to the tournament, I can give you I don't know who is in English. I think it's QR, the QR code.
QR code.
Yep, the QR
Yeah,
code.
Yes.
yeah. I can give you the QR code for Instagram, and maybe you can post it on the podcast, or
Story.
some. Yeah, on the
Yeah.
story. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'll post it on my
And
story.
of course,
A lot of
you're
people.
invited. You're invited to come with us.
Oh,
Yeah.
I already got it cleared from my wife. I plan on coming. I just got to sign up.
All
All
right,
right.
awesome,
Yeah, I'm
awesome.
going. I'm the
Very good.
same way though with Neil. I'm not very good in tournaments, just because I just I have a hard time, like, just shoot, like, the good thing about your tournament is there's just three fish, but I'm always so picky, and then I never do that well, just because I'm so passive, I guess, when I hunt.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
but I'd love to get out there and go. I love to go. I think that a really cool thing about challenging yourself is going to new areas, like brand new areas, and then seeing how you do, and then you realize how the locals really just know everything compared to, they have definitely an advantage, but how much of an advantage? Yeah, it's
They do,
fun.
they do, they do.
Yeah, yeah,
As a
yeah.
local, where to get the best fish and go to the opposite direction.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. It's the Mexican sense of humor. You know,
Yes, it is.
he's like, I
Yes.
got you. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, no,
So,
but normally here the people are really like, if you want to join with the locals, the locals are really like friendly,
uh
So
huh.
we give in the tournament, we give in spots. We do like a map, and we do like, oh, this is spots. The last year was we not do it, but in these years we will do it. We have a map, okay, for the area, and we give some the best spots that we know, right? Because r- really we had secret spots, all guys have secret spots, but we have good areas for fishing, and that areas are pretty good. And this is lucky, so sometimes the fish is in one area, and another day can be in another place, and that happens all the time. The fish is moving.
Do you can everybody can you get a ponga? You said people have to uh team up to get a ponga. Do you pay for the ponga or is the ponga included in the
Oh,
price?
no, no, no! You need to pay the panga. Yeah, the panga are not
Okay.
included, but here the pangas are not expensive. I think right now on dollars, it's like $300 and can be 6 people, 5 people. So it's not expensive. It's like $50 per person. I think
Yeah, it's
it's
good.
a good deal. It's a good deal. Uh huh. Yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah, uh, normally the captains know another places than we are now on the map, right? So if you got
Yes.
a good captain, that works too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
we
know a
have a
couple.
captain. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I was just saying I know a
Yeah,
couple
we
spots around there.
Adrian
Yeah.
and I we have a captain, Sergio Puga. Captain Sergio. I mean, he's awesome. He's great. Not sure if he's already booked, but if he's not booked, probably call him and say, hey, you gotta be my captain. He knows he's a pretty nice guy, pretty funny guy, and he knows the areas. So I'll say there are a lot of captains down there. You get yourself comfortable. You find a captain, you like the captain, and as I advertise and promote Captain Sergio Puga. He's our guy to do it.
Oh, nice. Is he's in Punta Bana or is he in Ensenada proper like because there's Sergio's Pongas that used to get to go out to Toto Santos to surf. There was a guy, but I'm sure
He
there's a
might be the
thousand
one.
Sergios.
He might
Yeah,
be the
maybe.
one. Yes.
Yeah. Um, very nice. So
You mean
go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Adrian? Okay.
You mean Brett, Sergio's Sport Fishing or Sergio's Panga?
Sergio's Panga. Sergio's Panga for
Okay.
surfing out of
Todos Santos.
the Toto Santos. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so you like
Uh,
surfing too?
yeah, occasionally I try.
Yeah, yeah. Todos
Yeah,
Santos Island is hard.
I would
yeah,
not
yeah.
do Turtle
Yeah, the
Island.
the
No.
waves we call it the killers.
Yeah.
Yes, Killers, the
Yeah.
surf spot, Killers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the surf spot. Yeah, killers.
yeah.
And it is,
And then
it is.
there's Thor's Hammer too. There's a bunch of surf spots over there.
Yeah, it's a bunch of
Yeah.
spots.
There's another surf spot around there that I won't talk about while we're recording. So it's a secret. Shh.
Oh,
No.
good.
Shh.
Uh, but yeah. So Adrian, how did you start diving? Like, did your dad dive, or how did you get into scuba diving? I mean, obviously, well, you're a
Okay.
scuba diver. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's a long history, right? But it's not too long. I can do it shortly. Okay. My dad, he's a fisherman. He was a fisherman for the bluefin tuna boats, the big ones here on Ensenada. And after that, he worked in Alaska for 8 years, um, in the king crab and everything. So he loves the ocean. He loves the sea. And in Alaska, he learned about the sport fishing, right? And when he come back to Mexico, he bought two boats. So my dad has his company, it's Pilas Sport Fishing. So he do different trips with the boats. And um, when I was a child, I was the small worker on the boat, right?
He's the youngest
Fish,
on the three
yeah, the
brothers.
youngest, yeah, 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 and I was part of the tripulation, and I was a like the worker for my dad. Mm, and he teach me how to do free dive, because my dad loves the free dive. He doing for because when he was child, he was really poor. He not has money, so he need to get something for it, right? And he only bring when he was young. He only get a snorkel and a fins, and he catch his own food. So he showed me how to do the same, how to do free dive. And when I was on the university, on the high school, um, one of my friends, of my close friends, he told me like, "Hey, you're a good free diver, man, and maybe you can make the next step for to carry the tank and be a scuba diver,
Scuba
right?"
diver.
Yeah, and he said, and I was thinking like, yeah, it's a good idea, but I was really focused on my university, But then something happened in my life, like he said like, you need to try. I say, okay, I want to try it, and I tell to my friend like, yeah, I want to make my course, and I take my course, my first open water course here on Ensenada, and it was very very hard because a long time ago here in Ensenada we don't have a PADI certified. We have another certified, and it was like a Navy SEAL training, It was pretty hard. Yeah, they give you a weight belt and they say, okay, swimming without hands and with fins. It was really hard, but it was like a military training for open water. But it was pretty nice. I love it. And my first dive, I was pretty nervous and I don't enjoy it. But when I do my second one, it was wonderful. It was different. It was another world underwater to see the fish, the starfish, the lobsters, and in that time it was 8 years ago. My first dive was 8 years ago. It was a long time ago. So I remember we still have it a kelp forest, big kelp forest. And that was one of my favorite spots. La Bufadora is one of my favorite spots for scuba diving. That was my second dive, um,
Beautiful.
and it was in a kelp forest, and we see sheepheads, the harbor seals playing with you. It was amazing. It was amazing. And then we start like it was my drug, you know. The nitrogen, it was my drug. It's my drug right now. It's still it's my business, and it's my drug, and it's my hobby. So I never get tired for scuba diving or for free diving or for the ocean. so
I
so
understand.
yeah, I started for scuba diving 8 years ago. My first course was here, and then I um I still making courses. Then I do the advance, the rescue diver, and then I do my dive master on Playa del Carmen. But I changed my certified. I w- uh, the first one was Andy, and then my last one for dive master it was Patty. So I make the change, the crossover, and I was working in a movies for a
It was a
safety. Yeah, I was a safety marine department.
Safety diver
Yeah, I was
at
safety
Fox
diver.
Studios.
Yeah, Fox
I had
Studios. Yeah,
friends. Yeah, I had friends come down from San Diego and do that when
really?
they were making. Yeah, years ago, like 20 years ago,
Oh, that's
and
one.
they used to do that. Yeah, it was. Yeah, so it's funny. Yeah,
I was for the
pretty
Titanic.
awesome. It was for not the Titanic. It was for Deep Blue Sea. I think the movie with Samuel Jackson with the
Samuel
sharks that
Jackson.
get crazy. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then the sharks that go crazy and eat everybody and stuff. Like, yeah.
That no happens, so people don't get scared.
no get scared.
It's just a
It's only in
movie.
the movies. It's only
It's
Hollywood.
It's all
fake.
in the movie. Yeah, it's fake. No, yeah, I worked for 3 years on Rosarito Studios, be a safety diver and working with special effects too. And I earn some money, and I say I want to enjoy more my to dive and I made my own business, the dive center. So this is the name, Ensenada Dive Center. It's a small dive shop, but we got everything. Right now we got the compressor for fill tanks, we got for spearfishing, monofilament, we got different brands like Omer, Salvimar, um, Epsilon. We got a lot of things, a lot of stuff for sale. And when I do my own business, I take my decision to be an instructor. So I take my instructor course on PADI in Playa del Carmen. It was for I training for 1 month for my instructor PADI. So it was nice. It was really nice. And yeah, when I come back to Mexico to Ensenada, I start to do courses with students. And right now I have 2 years with my dive shop. So yeah, I'm pretty happy because I tell you it's my hobby, it's my business, and it's my drug, and it's everything. It's everything. My wife is a diver too. She is a diver, is a good diver, and I'm like I don't know, I'm really proud uh, for what I made. Like hey, she come with me. She dive in different spots, and she like free diving too. So I don't know. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice.
Adrian,
You're
Adrian,
one of yeah.
Adrian is it's a
Go ahead.
pretty nice I mean, he's one of the best instructors. It's hard for me to say now because he's my friend. But I took my certification class 20 years ago. The dive center here in San Diego, it's no longer in service. Um, it was tough. It was really, really hard. They try to cover as much as possible in a few days. My son, when he was 17, that's 5 years ago, I invited him to take a certification class. I joined him, even though I was already certified. I was, part of the certification. And believe me, the amount of theory that Adrian spends, it's intense. I mean, Adrian goes every single aspect to the book and, all the theory for you to feel comfortable before he takes you to the pool. And it has two sessions on the pool, and the sessions are at least uh, 3 hours. And I was like, Adrian, you really need that many hours on the pool? And he was like, well, I need at least 4 to 5. So I was like, oh man, these guys are engineers, they're pretty good. They know what they're doing. So, but no, Adrian was like, no, I'm not going to take them to the ocean if I don't feel comfortable. I did everything, every single um, part of the course he covers on the pool, and before he takes you to the ocean, he's pretty comfortable. You are going to enjoy, because that's the worst part of you're paying. It's not cheap. Paying for a diver, open water diver, it's not cheap. And then worst, the worst can happen to you is it's that you don't enjoy. So no, Adrian wants you to enjoy, and he takes you to places. Believe me, my daughter's coworker, they were just amazing about the visibility. We did a two dives in La Jolla, and they decided to go two dives in Ensenada. So it was Saturday, Sunday in La Jolla, and then Saturday, Sunday in Ensenada. Adrian works with your schedule. This is probably an advertisement, but Adrian also have a chartered trips. I'm actually joining Adrian for Bay of LA. We're going 28, 29, and 30 of this month to dive with the whale sharks. So I mean, if you really want to have a good experience. Plus, Adrian, tell Brad about your explorer for divers who are not comfortable yet, and they don't even know if they want to spend the money to pay for a full open water dive course. What do you do for guys that are not 100% positive that they want to take the course or not? Do you have a 1 day?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Go ahead, let them know.
I have a 1 day tour. It's something like Discover Scuba from Paris, but it's a mixed. We call it like first day diving. It's I tell it's like a discover. We do a little classroom. Just made sure to show the people some rules for the scuba, like not holding the breath, equalize all time, how to equalize, some important things for not diver alone, and enjoy it. If you not enjoy it, is something is wrong. So you need to enjoy it underwater. Your underwater time. So yeah, we do this first day scuba diving, and yeah, I only take like a little class on the classroom. It's like 1 hour, 40 minutes. Then we prepare all the equipment. We show you how to use it, and then we go to the dive spot and we do a like a snorkel tour just to feel comfortable because some people um, it's his first time with his with the mask or with the snorkel and they don't know how to breathe with his mouth. So we try to give time to we try to give a time to the people to get
Comfortable.
comfortable, yeah,
That's a,
comfortable,
yep.
to feel comfortable. And then if the people are ready, they feel comfortable, we put the scuba gear, the tanks, we breathe. We all time we go slowly. It's not like hey, hurry up. No, it's slowly. Uh, we spend time to the people take his time and to feel comfortable. And then when they are ready, we start to descend to equalize slowly. And the tour is really is in the ocean. We not go to the pool, and it's really fast. It's safety, and the deep then we go is safe. Is safe, and it's 6 meters. It's 6 meters deep, so it's really shallow. Um, and yeah, and normally we carry the people, but if he know how to swim and if he feel comfortable, he dive alone and just we help him with inflator and with the neutral buoyancy, because the first time is really hard. Even if you do the course, the neutral buoyancy is hard. So um, so yeah, we helping out in all, and that tour is just if the people are not sure to take a course, or if it is, some people say like, maybe the scuba diving is too hard, or it's not for me, or I'm old, or I'm too young, I'm a girl, or something like that.
How old do you have to be to take that course? The
For the
Explorer.
open water or for the explorer?
Explorer.
For the explorer, 8 years, 8 years old, and the oldest then
Oh,
you can
okay.
go. The last year, the oldest man then we do the explorer, was 73 years old.
Nice. And then for the for the open water, is it still 12 or 13?
For the open water is 12.
12.
Yeah,
Okay.
for the open
Yeah.
water is 12. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right.
And
That's
if
yeah.
you get your certified by in 12, you get your open water junior. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I got certified when I was 12, but it was
Nice.
just you just get certified. Yeah, it was a long time ago. It was just you just get certified, but it's funny now cuz my daughter's 12 and I look at her and she just seems so young. I just I was like I can't imagine her
Yeah,
scuba diving,
yeah, that
but
happens. That
I know she
happens.
loves the water. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So what? So how? Okay, so you were a student. What is your? What did you get your degree in? You said engineer. Are you guys engineers?
Well, yes, I'm an electromechanical engineer. I actually study in Veracruz, Boca del Rio, Veracruz. I was born in a small town up in the mountains. It's called La Zona de los Tuxtlas. Um, it's a tropical area up in the mountains, green all the time. Mm, I was born up. My town is Santiago Tuxtla, Veracruz. We have like 4 or 5 rivers all coming down. The people talks about it that it used to be a volcano crater, because when you are in my the heart of my town, if you turn around, if you a 360-degree turn around, all you see are mountains, hills on top above you. So all the rivers from the mountains, they merge in my town. So I was diving since I was five years old, swimming, free diving, holding my breath. When I went to college, I met a guy who used to own a boat, and he was the one who introduced me to scuba diving. And man, I fell in love. My first time I came to the United States, first that's what I said. I'm gonna take my scuba diving certification. But yes, I'm a electromechanical engineer. I I did work in TJ for almost 10 years. I was a maintenance supervisor for Square D, and then moved to United States with a working visa. Worked my way, through I came in legally with a TN visa. Then I applied for my green card or my resident. 7 years into my resident, I became a U.S. citizen. So I did everything the way it was supposed to be done, and it did work. It worked great. So I've been working for Square D. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. The company that I work for, RJ Cates. It's a local family-owned business, welding in the welding industry, and I have a area. My area's expertise is CNC plasma cutters and robot welding. A lot of PLC, a lot of automation, custom made. We work, with the big shipyards here in San Diego, and I do installations of the new equipment, retrofits, everything that has to do with welding and cutting. That's what I do here in the United States.
Very cool. That's very cool. Adrian, how about you?
Um, Me, I am I don't know who's in English, but my university I was aquaculture, biotechnology in
Yep.
aquaculture. Yeah, so I'm study for be a biotechnology aquaculture. I don't know who's in English. Is licenciatura
So,
or
environmental
It's a
engineering,
it's
maybe.
a BS, if I'm not mistaken, or a BA. Sorry, it's a BA, Bachelor of Art, um, uh, for what Adrian did. It's licenciatura. It's kind of like a compared to a BA, Bachelor of Art, in his field of
Ujú.
expertise.
Es como una carrera, ¿no?
It's a BA. Yeah, here I actually when I applied for my green card, because I first had my TN visa, all my credentials were sent to University of Massachusetts, and we were expecting, to get an evaluation maybe for a, they said, remember that the lawyer told me, you'll be lucky if you get a uh, it wasn't title. It was a evaluation of a maybe a third year engineer, but because I had a not a master but a title in Mexico. When you finish your degree, your bachelor of science, you're not an engineer immediately.
Right. You take the
You
test, right?
you have to take a test
Certification.
and a certification, exactly. Well, basically, or you have to work on a project. So my project was in PLCs automation. So all my degrees, my credentials, my records, plus the automation project that I work on, and the 10 years of experience on the welding industry, for Square D maintenance area. I actually ended with a, full BS degree from the University of Massachusetts. So even the lawyer said, "Oh my God, that was awesome." But it is, how and how it works. The BS, I guess, is for the engineers, and BA it's for the licenciados or licenciaturas. That's called part of the Mexico.
It's like a degree.
Right on.
Yeah, it is. No, it is a degree.
It's a
Yeah.
Yeah, you
degree.
do have
No,
a
it's a
degree.
degree. It's just a type.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's
it's
just a type of degree.
aquaculture biotechnology degree, I think. It's,
Okay.
and I
Are
study
you
here.
okay? So are you doing the scuba diving though full time? That's your main job, or the
Yeah.
scuba diving and the diving stuff. Yeah. So at your shop though in Ensenada, do you do free dive training too, like free dive certifications, or
Right
just
now,
spearfishing?
no, right now we don't have free dive certifications. Um, in December, I will go to Merida, to Yucatan, and I will make my course for be an instructor. Um, and maybe in next year we will have it, but right now we don't have a certified. We don't have a courses for free dive right now. But next year we offer the. that's certified. And for spearfishing, normally it's like community. So a lot of people doing the spearfishing, but they doing like some friends show me how to use it, and they don't know what fish they need to catch. Sometimes they
Right, right.
catch Garibaldis. It's illegal, you know.
Don't say that. Don't
No,
say
no, no.
that.
It's,
No,
it's,
no.
it's
So,
You gotta cut it off. Cut that off, please. No,
no, no, because
so,
it's
it's illegal,
no, yeah,
but
phrase,
they don't know. They don't know,
yeah.
and that's why we try to do. We try to show to the people and to learn the people what type of fish they need to catch, what is illegal, the sizes, and the I don't know the taste was better. For ceviche, what is better? But this the important thing is what is illegal, what is the sizes for the fish, what the quantity for the fish, because a lot of people they don't know what they need to catch. Maybe they catch only rocks.
Yeah, and the phrase we would have in the US would be the blind leading the blind. So the people that don't know, just showing the people that don't know, So it's like it it's funny. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
It's part of the
So
deal.
yeah, where so you guys obviously have speared throughout Baja. Like what is your favorite place? Like even in mainland, have you guys dove in mainland Mexico much?
I did back in my days. I did in Veracruz. Um, Recently, I mean, just this past weekend, I went to Veracruz and I visit some areas, remote areas of Veracruz, where there's a one-way road. Um, just always been in love with my town in Veracruz, and always wanted to buy a piece of land, front view, beach front view property, and finally got it. I signed my documents on Saturday, so I was there Saturday finding my first piece of land with a beautiful front view ocean. I've done some dives down there, and you've been out there for many years. I'm kind of like all the name of a fish. It doesn't come to me that often, but the robalo is one of the local favorite fishes to eat down there. Um,
Pargo,
cuberas down
Cobera
there.
snapper. Yeah.
Yeah, snapper. Oh man, they're big. They're 40 or 60 pounds. So I was there without my free diving fins. I mean, I had just maybe those duck fins, there with a snorkel. And one of the local guys took me to a rock that was probably no more than 6 meters. And God, it was fish all over the place. Even with our Hawaiian slim, we were getting, all the fish to eat. So I've done a little bit of diving in Cancun. Also, I did Cancun. Spirit fishing, definitely. If you would have asked me this question 2 years ago, I would say Isla Natividad. Nothing better. It was my best dive in Isla Natividad 2 years ago. One of the local guys that live in the island, Giovanni, awesome guy. John Kidd, a lot of good free diving experience. He can hold his breath a long time. Deep, he can go really deep, and he's a good hunter. He's a selective hunter too. I mean, this kid doesn't shoot until something that he has to call his eyes attention, and he goes for it. He took us down there, and like I said, it was probably the best time of my life. Free diving, scuba diving. There's still a good kelp bed down there, nice kelp area. But last July, my birthday, man, my best present, my
Big grouper.
grouper. My
Yeah.
grouper. That was the one, and you know what? It was a point where we didn't want to shoot any groupers no more. We said no more groupers. Every time we were down there, every time we hit the bottom. there were 4 or 5 groupers just looking at it. And we're like, guys, you gotta get out of here. We don't want to do any. We don't want you
Right.
here around anymore.
Yeah.
But no, it's unique. That area, um, Playa Esmeralda. It's not a place that people knows. I was told I was the first one spearfishing down there, and it just it happens a few months ago. So Adrian is the second one who actually I don't know. It was me, Giovanni, and then Adrian is the third guy that actually knows to be free diving and spearfishing in that area. So it's
So Neil,
go
you
ahead.
had mentioned Natividad. Is that
Yeah.
I someone told is that protected Natividad? Is it a you have to is it a
Yes.
con
Okay. It is protected by the local. So the island itself, the government subsidize the family that lives in that island. Now, this is pretty nice island because the community got together and they figured out the way I was explained is the island is divided in 4 groups. One is the safety group. They patrol all night. They have pangas that are patrolling the area, so they don't let poaching. No other pangas are coming and poaching the areas. They have the people who works in the maquiladora or the process plant, basically on the process plant. They have the guys who work on the as a fishermen. They have, I think there were, if I'm not mistaken, 13 or 17 teams. They all have their own spots, and then they have the actual guys who represent and tell the people where to go. And they do this. They study what areas has the population. So when I was there, I remember they don't know the fisherman that we were staying at his house, Giovanni's dad. He didn't know what area he was gonna fish. They were actually catching abalone that time. Um, and in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, all the radios are on, and now they're telling, okay, now we're moving. I just gonna come up with we're moving north of the island, and no one's gonna fish south, west, east. I mean, they give them in a specific area, and that's where they go to get the abalone. And they also have just a number. I remember that day they said 50 per panga. So you go there, you pick 50 abalones, and your panga, you're done. You come back home. So it could take an hour, 4 hours, but as long as you reach um, your goal, then that's it. You're not overfishing. There's a protective area, and they have their own um, uh, like research team who monitors the area, and they're the one who tells you, okay, here is where you're gonna fish today, but that's it. Tomorrow it might be a different spot. So it's a pretty
that's pretty
nice.
cool.
Yes, it is absolutely, and they have also they farm abalones. I mean, I was there. They showed me the process of a little tiny abalone all the way till it was ready for export. They sent the abalone that is farmed goes to other areas. Most of the abalone, the wild abalone, goes to Japan, but they have their own process plant there.
Right. I've heard that too. Most of the lobster from there goes to China or
Yes, yes.
Asia. And then I was in Punta Eugenia and we wanted to go to
Punta Eugenia, yep.
Natividad. Yeah, yeah, Punta Eugenia. And we wanted to go, that's the gringo side of me, Punta Eugenia.
It's okay.
We wanted to go, over there to check it out because I know about surfing over there, and they're like, oh, it's protected. Certain rules. Tomas is,
Yeah. You gotta ask
yeah,
permission. Yes,
yeah.
yes, yes. So actually, we
So
were planning a trip this year. So my birthday was supposed to go. Actually, no, it was for Father's Day, June 18, because they have a really nice tournament. June 18, they host a really nice yellowtail tournament. But just gonna say this, we were told not to go. It was as simple as that. No, you're not welcome this time. So even though we know the locals, even though we have a pretty good contact, something happened and they said no, we don't want locals this year. So maybe next year, and then that's why I ended going to Playa Esmeralda. I knew about Playa Esmeralda. I've been fishing Playa Esmeralda, but just trolling and deep fishing. never did an actual dive and spearfishing, and I just went down there. And I'm like, well, Giovanni, I used to say your island was the best, but now I got Playa Esmeralda. So I don't know, man. It's hard. If I go to Isla Natividad again, I'll definitely say, oh, it is Isla Natividad. But since they say you're not welcome, then I'll say Playa Esmeralda, absolutely. But no, they're different places. They're close though. They're really close to each other. But they're different life, different ocean activity down there. Life,
Yeah,
it's different.
yeah, that part of Baja is so interesting too because the way the shape of it, it's like a gate where certain water currents only get so far, and then you have you have the Seven Sisters area, which is cooler, different species. But right there at like Punta Eugenia, Eugenia, yeah, right there, and then down, it just changes. Like you get broomtail, you get all kinds of stuff. Yeah,
Yes,
Yeah,
right.
there
very cool.
on Playa Esmeralda, we catch big broomtails.
Broomtails.
It
Yeah,
was
man.
it
Yeah.
was big one. I catch one. Playa Esmeralda is, I think right now is one of my favorite places for spearfishing.
There you
uh,
go. See, okay,
Yeah.
one
I'm on your
year,
side.
yeah. Before know that place, it was Bahia de Los Angeles. I don't know if you know what is that place, Brett.
No, I'm going there on Saturday. Yeah, Bahia to swim with the whale sharks. My wife and I.
You should wait a couple more
I
weeks, and
know.
we'll be down there.
You will
So
go?
he's going next
Yeah,
week, I guess,
Really?
right?
yeah. I'm going next week. Yeah,
And you will
yeah.
go with who? With Ricardo's or with who?
Ricardo's.
Yeah, it's
Ricardo's.
friend mine. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I will go
Yeah.
in 28 for this month.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna miss you by about a week, but yeah, my wife and I are going for our 20th anniversary. She wanted to swim with the whale
Congratulations.
Let's
sharks. Thank you.
congratulations. Let's
Congratulations.
do it.
So
It's good. Let's enjoy it.
yeah.
You could wait one more week, Brad. I mean, I
Oh.
sent you the flyer, right? I
Oh.
told you and
No.
Stephen too. I say, hey, let's go down there, guys.
So yeah, it was only gonna work out this week because my kids and my wife, we were able to get the day off Saturday so I could run down there. But I'll be back Monday, so I'm just gonna go down there, dive for a day, hopefully see something, and then. But my wife was funny. She's like, did you want to bring a spear gun?" And I'm like, yeah,"
Yeah.
Of
because
course, yeah.
I didn't know. She's like, okay." I was like, "Yeah, babe." I was waiting for her to ask though, but I didn't want to suggest it, so I was just waiting for her to ask. But yeah,
I will
so
give you a spot. I will give you a spot for short diving for
yeah,
good groupers. There is in La Gringa, but it's deeper, but it's really nice for groupers. I catch one
okay.
grouper there, and it was for sure.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah, that's
yeah.
awesome. Yeah, I love that spot because there's so many spots in Bay of LA. You could go south, you can go north, you go LaGuardia. Yeah, it's a really cool spot too. I think I think the cool thing that Neil, I mean, that you shared about your spot that and some people might be like, "Don't blow up the spot," but Neil's like the gatekeeper to that spot because you've got the connection. And what does he say? It's like private land or something, right? Like,
It is prevalent. Here's the deal.
yes,
This beach is my let's
let's
find a clip.
go.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Samuel is the owner. He has at least 400 hectarea. That's about 800 acres. Probably 3 miles of sand beach, beautiful sand beach, and he's the only one. I mean, his spot, you can camp there. He has water, sewer. You can come with your own tent, or he can hook you up with a little cabin for you to stay there. His wife cooks there. For $7, I was gonna say 100, for $7 a day, you have, the best food down there. I mean, whatever they catch, it's for you. It's a small fisherman village. Actually, Samuel started 40, 50 years ago fishing in that area, and then he just, ended being the owner of that property now. He has, some people, he sells a little bit of a property for you to build a cabin or a little house, a beach house. The guy takes care of it. I mean, no vandalize. He'll make sure it's safe for you. If you only visit once a year, your house or your little cabin, it's gonna stay the way you left it when you left. A year or two, you come back, it's there. He patrols and have people make sure that everybody knows somewhere. No one's gonna mess with that
Yeah,
area.
no.
And
Even the militaries, they
it's a checkpoint. The way to get there is you get to the checkpoint before Guerrero Negro, and you just tell them, I'm going to Playa Esmeralda, to point a direction, go to the right, and then that's it. So they know Samuel really well. Actually, when we were down there, we brought some fish to the military guys. I mean, every time they saw my truck, like, "Hey, how you doing?" Yeah, I know. It's nice to to make friends down there.
I've
But
done that
going to
too.
that
Yeah. Yeah.
that private port property, you get there, you park, you're safe. No one's gonna mess with your gear, or your equipment. You can eat there. You go out, you fish, you come back. Yeah, if I tell you, there are at least 7 spots where you can just jump from the beach. I mean, you jump from the beach. There are some rocks, there's some sand, there's a short dives that you can do, just free dives, and within 5 minutes. I mean, we had calico bass, we had
halibut,
sheepheads, halibut.
big
Um,
ones.
yeah, I mean, definitely big ones. But if you want to
Yeah.
go to where the groupers are, now there are, for some reason, and I don't understand how that works. For some reason, there are areas where you're only going to see groupers that are about 20 pounds and smaller. And that's where they live, and they stay there, and they're about 8 to 10 meters. Now, if you want to go to bigger groupers, then you got to go to 16 meters. That's where Adrian caught his bigger grouper, that 16 meter. Was it 16 meters, Adrian?
Yeah, it was 16 meters. Yeah, it was deeper.
But
Nah,
it's a
not too
small.
much, but
It's a small area. I mean, the grouper, it's territorial. They just live there year round, and there are good white sea bass, and there are also yellowtails living in that specific area. I mean,
no,
I
and
can
that
tell you how to get there, but you have to, if you really want to go there, it's better for you to pay Samuel the panga, and Samuel's gonna drop you in a specific spot, and he'll ask you,
and
what
if you
size you
go,
want.
invite us.
Yeah, yeah,
I
we'll take
want
you over there.
I
Whoever
want
wants
to
to
go
go, just
again.
let it know.
Let's make a plan because no, it's a really nice it's a really nice spot because look, I arrived on Playa Esmeralda on Friday. I arrived
He
like
arrived. He arrived. Yeah.
four. I arrived like 4 or 3 p.m. and I get my stuff and I put my wetsuit and the spear gun. In 1 hour, I catch. It really selective because it was a lot of fish, but it was for the shore. I catch two big calicos. It was big ones and one halibut, one good halibut. And I'm done. And I'm done. I got my dinner, so I don't need any more. But it's really good spot. And the captains tell me something like, if you want a white sea bass or yellowtail, using a panga, 30 minutes driving in a panga far away of the shore, you can find it. ¿Cómo se puedes encontrarlo, no?
Yep. You'll
Find it.
find it. Yeah, you'll
You
find it.
find
Yes,
it.
correct.
And if you want grouper, it's 30 minutes to the south, you find it. If you want
And depending how big groupers you want and how deep
yeah,
you want, because there are groupers where over 6 meters. So for beginners, for intermediate, they have their spots down there pretty well marked. There are 7 spots. I only been there in 3, and I don't need to know the other 4. It's like, why do I need to know more? But they have good spots. Absolutely.
Yeah, I know
And
that.
the water is warm.
Yeah, well, I guess during summertime, huh? Yeah, it gets probably cold. Wintertime it gets probably real chilly, I guess. But so does everywhere.
I need
Yes.
try it, but this week it was 27 Celsius. For me, it's really warm.
Ooh, that's really warm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's warm.
Well, I know my buddy John and I, as soon as I actually Neil, as soon as we were texting, Neil, I messaged my buddy John, the one that I always go to Mexico with, and our big thing is just exploring, And I was like, "Oh my god, dude! I think we finally." Because I was literally just talking to him about that area. I was like, "I think I have a connection in Baja, and they speak Spanish, and he's all into it just as much as we are. We need to go, like as soon as we can." So I know as soon as I'm coaching football right now, but as soon as it's over, I just want to run down there. And it's really not that far away when you consider, Baja, it's not that far away, but um
It's
yeah, it's
not that far away. Actually, to
untouched,
Playa
man.
Esmeralda, if we drive, I mean, Ensenada, going to Ensenada is beautiful. I got nothing to say. But if we go from San Diego to Mexicali, it's about an hour and 40 minutes, maybe 2 hours if you want to take your time. 2 hours to go to Mexicali from Ensenada, from San Diego. And right when, we get gasoline right in Calexico, right before you cross the border, you drive crossing the border to Playa Esmeralda, it's 6 hours, taking your time, not flying, not doing nothing crazy, just beautiful, beautiful roads. Now you go, all the way until Rancho Grande, and just follow the road, cross to the Pacifico. It's like I said, 6 hours. So from San Diego it was about 8 hours drive. Not bad.
It's That's nothing. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
nothing.
it's nothing. It's close. It's close, and
Yeah.
it's pretty. It's really really nice spot.
Well, I mean, I know we got to get going, but I can't thank you guys enough for reaching out to me, and I'm so glad that I had this platform to help and give something back to your local dive community. I'm going to try to get this out as soon as possible so that we can get some people signed up for the October 7th, because I'm going to be there. Um, and I'll try to get some of my buddies to come down too, because it just sounds like great people and a good time and a chance to meet other divers, local Mexican divers. Um,
Perfect.
Neil, yeah, we got to go do a trip too. I mean, we'll talk. We'll talk offline about doing some stuff with all of us. But
Let's do it. Let's do it.
you guys, it's so great.
Invite
So
me.
again,
Invite me.
I will just one more time. How do people get in contact with you on social media or sign up for the October 7th uh, spearfishing tournament?
Before
Tournament. Okay.
before
Visit.
I don't let me say before
Oh,
Adrian
yeah.
answer, because
Yes.
this is a question for Adrian. But let's say, I understand, and Adrian even mentioned, if you're not comfortable about paying at front, or where is your money going, all you have to do, just I can give you my phone number. Send me a text, let me know that you are interested. Listen, the good part with Mexican is like, hey, if you say you're going, and you're going to pay when you get there, you pay when you get there. Your spot is going to be reserved. I'll make sure that you do have a spot. You can contact me. I'm in the US. I live in San Diego, Lemon Grove, California. um, I do a lot of WhatsApp. My WhatsApp is always working. My email, my phone. You can text me. Give me your name, your number, your information. I'll make sure I'll sign you in. I can probably set up a group. We all drive together. I mean, I have a Toyota. We can drive in my Toyota. It's not in best shape. It's a 98 Toyota, but hey, the engine works, so it'll take me down back and forth, no problem.
We can
But like I
take my
said,
truck. Yeah. We
there
can
you go.
take my
If
truck. Yeah.
all right, then we can do that.
I got a
We can set
four
up
door.
okay.
Yeah.
If some people is coming, we're talking about California, but hey, anyone coming from northeast center, they want to come here. I have a property where it's almost 1 acre land, and you can park. I can park 20 cars here in my property. So if you want to come here, park in my property, we can leave. Your car is going to be safe, secured, and then we all drive together. Maybe one or two vehicles. That's not a problem. We can do that. So I'll share my phone number, my email address, and then we'll go from there. But Adrian has the best way to do it. He has all these social medias where you can contact him.
Yeah, of course. Look, for contact us, you can contact us by Facebook. On Facebook, we have a page is Baja Spearfishing, just like this, Baja Spearfishing. I think I can show you with my camera if you want. Uh,
And I'll
the
put it on the
logo.
link. I'll put it on the notes on the page too.
Okay, yeah,
So
yeah, that's
yeah, so
perfect.
don't worry about
Yeah,
that.
I think it's not necessary to show us, right? But yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
name on the Facebook page is Baja Spearfishing. On Instagram is the same, Baja Spearfishing. That's the Instagram. And if you want to contact us, just send us a message, or if you want to send an email, the email is tspearfishingensenada@gmail.com. That's the email. So you can send us an email, and we're gonna answer you really fast. Okay.
All right. I'm really looking
Any
forward to it.
question?
I'm glad it lined up. And if anybody has any questions too, you can feel free to message me, and I'll refer you over to Neal or Adrian. Um, I have I have, pretty good sized truck, but yeah, it'd be great to all go down there together. Um, I'm terrible with social media too, I guess, but I'll probably pay when I get there or whatever. But I got you.
One more
I'm
thing
just
that I want.
excited to go. Go ahead.
There you go.
Y-
One more
yeah,
thing I want to say is like, just correct me if I'm wrong, Adrian, but there is a way for camping, correct? If you
yeah,
want to
yeah,
go
yeah,
there on like a Friday, instead of leaving Saturday morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, to get there by 6, it's about 2 hours to get there. I usually do an hour and 30 minutes to Ensenada, but from Ensenada to the Bufadora or Zeppelin, where it's going to be, it's another 30 minutes. So if you don't want to be there rushing and thinking that you're getting late, it's a way. There are facilities. There's also a nice restaurant in that area where you can camp the night before. You get there in the afternoon, Friday afternoon, and that way you'll be fresh and ready to go Saturday. So there are
yeah,
different ways to do it. If you want.
yeah, and
Y-
that's a good idea.
Yeah, and you could
And
stay. Is there rooms at La Bufadora? There's rooms there, right?
yeah, no,
To rent.
in
Yeah,
even
hotel.
even in the camp in Zeppelin, he got some rooms. So she
Some
got rooms
palapas, right? There's some
some
palapas, some
no,
cabanes.
and
Palapas.
rooms and with bedrooms and everything. She got everything. It's like Airbnbs. So I think she got seven rooms. So you can rent it or you can camping. The other thing important is if you want to sync up on
Sign up.
sign up on the area on the spot. Try to get air to arrive early
Arrive
arrive
earlier.
arrive
Arrive
early,
early. Yes.
like 7 in the morning, to give you your shirt, to write your number, to give you your number and everything, to
Okay.
be ready to the 8 a.m. Okay.
Yes.
um and yeah, you can sleep in there, to to no to not get tired next day.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that. Yep. Um. All right. That
I
sounds
don't know
cool.
if
I'll probably have to drive down there early Saturday morning.
We can leave
Because I know
four
we have
o'clock in the morning and be there by
yeah.
6:30 probably.
Okay. I know we have a football game on Friday, so it'll be late. That's why. Um.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, thank you guys. I just want to appreciate you reaching out and being an advocate for your community. and continue to try to grow and educate and share the special place that is Baja with us. Um, and yeah, thanks again, you guys, for taking the time and meeting up with me.
Thank you, Brad. Thanks for taking the
Thanks.
time to help us just to pass a word of mouth. That's what I call. Those are the best places you find. Someone that's willing to let you know that there are few beautiful places out there, and don't be afraid. It's people are nice. There's a lot of things to say about the news, and I'm not gonna say you'll be 100% safe because walking on the streets here, I might have a problem. But down there, people really, really enjoy having a tourist. They want to let you know that not everything that you see in the news is correct. Down there, the friendly Mexican culture still there.
Yes, I can attest to that for sure. Uh,
Yeah,
that's
no,
why my wife.
and thanks
That's
so
why my.
much, Brett.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's why
Yeah,
my wife
thanks
and
for
I go
inviting
down
us.
there. Oh, you're welcome. Thanks again, guys.